Yeah, I'm ready. But
Yeah.
are you ready?
I'm ready. It's
Okay.
podcast time.
Oh, it's podcast time. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding,
Ding,
ding,
ding, ding, ding.
Podcast heads, check your podcast.
Can I just start this podcast by saying what's up?
What's up? We're coming straight in with what's up.
Isn't that good?
What's up is a bit of a fan favorite segment on the pod. People love to hear what's up.
If you're fresh, if you're listening to this for the first time, just know people love what's up.
People are loving. If you're a fresh caster, if you're fresh to the cast, welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Long may you stay. Long may your reign
Long
continue.
may your listening reign continue.
Stick with us.
But no, you have no actual power.
We don't have any power, but you can think of us as your new gurus.
But the reason I'm saying what's up, Patrick, is because I'm asking you what's up.
What the hell is up with me?
Yeah.
I have a cold.
Yes.
We should address that right at the top.
Right at the top.
Because God knows I got a real talking to from producer Ben.
Yeah.
Producer Ben said, and I quote, "This will be a good episode for mic discipline," which felt very targeted.
Yeah, that felt targeted at you, actually. I think my mic discipline is amazing.
Your mic discipline, yeah. We now hold mics like we're open mic. This is how open micers, new comedians hold the mic.
I think this is how everyone should hold the mic, and I think the mic,
should.
The way that we hold it is obnoxious.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that more experienced comedians tend to hold it further and further away from.
Why do we do that?
It's a show of bravado. It's the show.
Well, it's more comfortable.
I don't think it's. Some people go all the way down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ben will lose his mind if I start.
Producer Ben would lose his mind.
Oh my god! If I started holding this,
you've got a cold.
So I've got. Maybe I'll hold it like this, like a flute.
Okay. Well, this is all very, very good visual stuff for our podcast.
The video. If you're listening, jump on. Actually, we have added video to Spotify now. So if you're listening on Spotify, guess what? You could be watching it on video as well.
Don't say that to people. What if they're driving?
Oh, if you're driving, keep it in your ears.
Keep it in your ears.
So I have a cold, which means that I'm sniffling and I'm breathing through my mouth.
Yeah, mouth breather. In Stranger Things, that means you're
idiot.
A weirdo.
Mouth breather in general means idiot.
Oh, right.
That's why they use it.
I know it from Stranger Things. They didn't come up with
that in Stranger Things. They call each other
I don't think I've heard the insult before Stranger Things.
A Stranger Things insult would be like, "You're such a Vecna."
No, that's not. Mouth breather is what they use in the show.
Yeah, but
none of them are like, "You're such a Vecna."
Yeah, but I'm saying that would be a Stranger Things insult.
Yeah,
that's the thing that only.
You know who I would say that to? Trump.
Trump is such a Vecna.
He's such a Vecna.
Oh my god, Trump is in his Vecna era.
Yeah. Well, you've got a cold, so don't worry about it. I've got it.
I'm not worried about it.
Oh, okay.
I sound like I'm going to die, like I'm a little consumption child in an iron lung, but my mind is as sharp as a tack, and I will use it to pierce Micky's ridiculous bullshit.
Oh!
So you're on notice.
That's our tagline.
That's our tagline. Wait, our tagline is "My mind is as sharp as a tack,
and I will use it to pierce through Mickey's bullshit."
It's funny that our tagline is very from my point of view.
Yeah, it's a direct attack on me.
You're common friends with Patrick Slicer and Micky.
Yeah, the tagline has a video of me, a photo of me at the end going, "Ah." Yeah,
after you've been pierced.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
What do you mean? We're at what's up?
Yes, so what's up primarily is I have a cold.
Yeah.
There is more to my what's up, but let me kick it back to you and ask you what's up.
Oh, I was in Switzerland.
You were in Switzerland?
Yes.
The home of the big Swizz.
Yes.
Yeah, Swizz beads.
I deserted you once again for my travels.
Yeah, you love to trot that globe, don't you?
Yeah, I was trotting. And Switzerland is crazy expensive. Can we talk about that?
Oh my, yes, we can only talk about that if you want to talk about how expensive
really
Switzerland
such a fun.
Cancel the pod.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I was there and I was like, well, I can't really even go out to eat because that would be like my whole fee.
You need a mortgage.
Like the fee on the outset looked good. I was like, okay, yeah, that looks good. But then like when you're talking about like, I had to get a train ticket. The train ticket was £40.
Quite literally. I mean, they do have really nice trains in Switzerland.
The train was good. The train was good.
To be fair to Switzerland, they have like an upper, I mean, lots of places have upper decks, but they have trains with upper decks. They have like a kind of like a business hangout area. It's just all these tables that are facing each other.
They also had a restaurant area.
Well, lots of trains have restaurant carts.
Well, producer Ben has supplied us with this
oh,
information.
look at this.
Which
Producer
is that
Ben coming in with some stats.
where living is the most expensive is Switzerland. That
Switzerland's
is
number one.
not surprising because at one point, the last day I was like at the airport and I was just like, well, there's nothing for me to eat here.
Yeah.
Except to go to one of the airport things. And I had like a little piece of quiche and a little side salad. And it was £20.
Yeah, it's fucking. I can actually smash you on that because when the first time I went to Switzerland, I got a McDonald's just meal, just like a burger and
Happy
fries.
Meal?
This is before the Grinching era, so the fries are completely ungrinched. Thank God they hadn't lost control of the Grinch just yet.
Yeah, that's a callback, by the way, to anyone who's new.
Yeah, fresh casters, you're going to want to listen back to the episode Grinch My Fries to understand what the fuck we're talking about. Or you can go to our Instagram and witness some choice moments from the last... How long have we been doing this?
Yeah.
8 weeks.
Okay, keep going.
Feels like a lifetime.
Oh my God. I think
podcast
actually what this podcast is going to be is not you piercing through my bullshit, but me trying to stop you from meandering. So yes, you got a meal.
Well, I'm a London boy, and if you think of the way the Thames moves through
this will actually like drive me up the wall.
Maybe that's the podcast. So I got this McDonald's meal.
That's hilarious. Ben's like, this is week 13.
13. We've been doing this for 13 weeks.
Yeah.
13 weeks.
Right, just hit me with the price. How much was it?
It was in the high 20s. It was like 27 francs.
Oh my God, that is insane.
Literally a burger and fries and a drink.
Well, that was the thing, because when I was at the airport and I got this little bit of food and it was 20 francs, I was like, oh, that's not so bad. Whereas like if I'd gotten that anywhere else, I would have been like, this is insane.
Switzerland is expensive.
In the hotel, they were like, you can do dinner here. Standard price is 80 francs. So that's about £80. I was like, what are you talking? Who's having dinner
What
here?
are you going to feed me? A Fabergé egg omelette?
Every single day for food, I went to the supermarket.
Me too. Well, that's the hack for touring comedians in Switzerland. It's actually the supermarkets have really good food to go.
Yeah, they have like deli sections.
Yeah, it's pretty good and not that expensive.
Yeah. And also, my second hotel had a little fridge. And whoa, do I feel like
love to have a fridge.
Luxurious when it has a little fridge. I'm like, I'm buying yogurt.
I would sleep in a skip if I got a fridge.
No.
What?
I'm actually going to call you on that.
What's the problem with that?
Oh, maybe I pierced through some of your bullshit.
Oh, the piercer has become the piercee.
Yes.
Call it Claire's Accessories because things are getting pierced.
Yes. Okay. Wow.
Claire's Accessories just went into administration.
What does that mean?
They're bankrupt.
Are they?
Yeah. Did you have Claire's Accessories in the Netherlands?
No, but I'm familiar with the...
It's called Honks Boombox.
Yes, it's called Honks Boombox. And we all got our ear pierced there. No, but I'm familiar with the icon status that it has.
Claire's.
Yeah. Claire's. I cannot believe it's got into administration.
I can. Everything they sold is absolute shit. Yeah, that's just fucking dumb. The only thing I think they were turning a profit on was piercing ears.
Yeah.
That's where my sister got her ears pierced.
Everyone got their ears pierced
all
there.
Teenagers got
from
their ears
from what
pierced.
I understand about Claire's Accessories.
By some untrained teenager with a blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, a surgical strike.
Yeah. Can I tell you what happened on the plane?
I'd love to hear what happens on the plane.
Right. So when I got to the airport, I had to chug my water.
Oh my God, yeah, I know where this is going.
I had to chug my water, and then forgot the water bottle at the.
You left your water bottle in Switzerland.
Yes, it was so annoying. So why did I even chug it? For no reason, because I literally left it at security.
You chugged it, and you have a 2-liter bottle of water.
I chugged about a liter of water. Image. I chugged about a liter of water. It also like I'm chugging it. It's dribbling all down the side.
Oh, I've seen you try to drink. Yeah, seen you have a go.
It is. She goes, "Do you need a napkin?"
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. The security lady goes, "Do you need a napkin?" And then she says, she gives me a separate tray to put my water bottle in because everything else has already gone through.
Yeah.
I then forget to pick up the water bottle.
Oh, you forgot your water bottle there.
Right there. So I literally chugged all that water for absolutely no reason.
They might have thought it was a bomb because you left it behind.
So then I go and I'm with another comedian. We quickly grab some food, and we then realize that, and I'm blaming him for this, by the way, because I would have been way more organized. He was very chill.
Comedy's Tom Horton for Horton Watchers.
For Hortonites.
Anyone
he was very chill.
Hort?
He had a sort of Kieran Culkin-esque
that doesn't surprise me.
Attitude to the whole airport process, which, if you don't know about the Kieran Culkin thing, please, I implore you to watch a video of him saying that he just rocks up 10 minutes before, and it always works out because people just let you through. So anyway,
that's the first implorance of the app.
We're eating, we're having a coffee. I'm like, oh God, I really need to go to the toilet. I look at where our gate is. We need to go to like a completely different part of the airport. So we need to hustle. By the time I get to the plane, I haven't peed. Yeah. And I really need to pee at this point.
Yeah.
And it's getting past up. It's now like point of no return.
What do you mean by that?
But by which I mean that my body is in such distress that I cannot pee.
Ever. Have you still not peed?
No, I have peed.
All right.
Why are you not taking this more seriously? I was in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a comedy podcast.
I was in so much.
You're
pain.
quite right, Micky.
Yes, I was in so much pain the whole flight, but I couldn't pee because, like, my body has been like, we need to shut down. Do you never get this? People get this.
Yeah. Do I get that? I do get that if you miss the boat on peeing. More with pooping. I think with pooping.
With pooping it's bad too.
It goes back in wherever it was.
But the peeing was like, oh my God. I was in like, my belly was so distended. And I'm just sitting there. I tried to pee 3 times on the plane. Nothing happened. And then when I got off the plane, I was like, I need to find a toilet that has loads of stalls, so that I don't feel in any kind of rush or like people are waiting for me. And then it still took me like quite a while before I could pee.
Right. Yeah, that's fucked up. Did you get a UTI? Isn't that what happens when you don't pee?
Yeah, I was really worried about that, but I've had so many UTIs in my life that I take preventative medicine. Do take D-Manos. And do check out that Kieran Culkin.
That's your second implorance. I implore you to check out the Kieran Culkin interview and take D-Manos.
This is an Implorecast.
Welcome to the Implorecast. So is D-Manos, has that edged out cranberry?
It's the ingredient in cranberry.
Oh.
It's the active ingredient in cranberry that helps with...
it's like how they had CBD to chill
they've
drinks.
Extracted it,
D-Manos.
So it's super potent. And it really works.
I'm not sure I've ever had a UTI. I know that they're much more common in women than men.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had one.
Well, yeah. It happens like when you don't pee after sex.
I always pee after sex.
Yeah.
Sometimes during.
No.
That's how I know I don't have a urinary tract infection.
as the receiver in this equation, I don't love that. I don't love that.
Could have been with previous partners. Could have been.
Oh, okay. Is that what you're saying? Because I'm fine with that.
Really?
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
But then, wouldn't you think that was something I liked doing, and then I stopped doing with you? Wouldn't you be like, oh,
no, you freaky boy?
Okay,
I feel like you would have told me. You little freaked out.
You little fucking freakazoid. Hey, come on! I'm super regular in the sack. Everything I do is real.
Everything I do is straight down the barrel.
Straight down the barrel, straight down normal.
I don't have any quirks.
We were.
Me neither, bro.
Okay, respect.
Yeah.
We were today during, I'm doing an acting course. No big deal. No one's talking about it. But
you've talked about it.
There's a lot of rumours I might get cast as young Bosch or possibly old Bosch. They might do a post-quill and then they'll age me up using AI. This is real. This is what people are talking about anyway around the valley, Silicon Valley. I'm related. So I'm doing a monologue on Friday. It's our final showcase.
I'm going.
Micky's going. No one else is going. No one else on my course.
Patrick, I was like, "Can I come to this showcase?" And Patrick went, "Oh."
No, I was just conflicted because no one else on my course is bringing anybody. And so I just thought it'd be a bit weird if it's just me, all these randos, and then you just there with a big smile on your face.
Well, not just a big smile, also a notebook.
Oh,
I am reviewing it, and it's going on my blog.
You're going to bring one of those like little small lamps over your notebook so that you can see.
I'm going to start a side hustle as someone who reviews showcases for beginner acting courses.
For people who, quite literally, none of us know how to act.
Yeah.
We're absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
No shade if there's anyone from my acting course watching this. If you're watching it from my acting course, you are so good.
So good.
And there could be a role out there for young Bosch or Lady Bosch.
Yeah.
I think there's a Boschiverse, and I think eventually we will reach a point
we will actually get a baby Bosch.
We've kind of seen every version of Bosch. And if you're a fresh caster, you're going to have to listen back to several episodes about when I auditioned to be young Bosch.
What's the point to this acting story?
The point to this acting story is, in my monologue, I am playing a guy during the AIDS crisis who has AIDS.
Yeah.
And I am playing a gay man, and he's very camp. And my teacher was giving notes. She was like, and I don't know like your sexual orientation or anything like that. And I just said, just imagine vanilla. That's exactly whatever that means to you. That's exactly what I am. I am completely.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, and she laughed.
Yeah,
but that was my.
Do you think that's true as well? Do you think of yourself as extremely vanilla?
I don't think anyone is actually completely vanilla.
No,
I don't think. I think there are people who like think they are, but then they just haven't gotten in touch with their freaky desires.
Oh, totally.
Freaky desire.
Like the people who like, it's like the people who like think they're like a nice guy. It's like, what's going on with you?
Yeah, they have freaky desires. Patrick Vanilla is producer Ben has written like Spicer, but with vanilla spice.
Vanilla.
Are we gonna give him a credit on that? What do you think?
We refuse to.
No, we're not. I'm afraid
we refuse to.
You're not even getting a partial credit on that. We love the effort. We love throwing it out there, and we're gonna knock it straight back to you. And we are gonna ask for a little better next time. Completely uncalled for, and I think when I watch back this episode, I'll really cringe at how I talk to producer.
Of course, but actually, he's laughing, so
I respect him like a father, and I would. The truth is, I would never want him.
We're lucky that we're recording this post air doctor.
Yes, so that's also What's Up with me.
Yeah, I know it's What's Up.
This is a big earwax shaped segment of What's Up in my. So for those for fresh casters, and actually I don't think this has even come up. So even for stale casters,
will you stop doing this?
What, calling people fresh and stale
stop
cast?
it.
I think people are liking it.
No, people hate it, and the people
you don't even know
me.
That. You're speaking for yourself. That is a one person.
I'm reviewing this like I would review a beginner
Not
acting
believable.
course. Hate it.
What's your motivation?
Hate it.
My motivation is to kill myself. That side note is our friend Eddie Hare. I'm going to tell Eddie Hare's story. I don't think he's ever done it stand-up. Very funny stand-up comedian. He auditioned at university for to be in like the university.
Oh, I know this story.
And he did his part, and then when he was walking out, he looked at the notebook of the guy who was doing the auditions, who was just another student, and he had everybody's names and their notes, and they had long notes for everyone. And just said Eddie Hare, kill yourself. This like jumped up acting prick just saw Eddie and thought he was so bad. That was his note. Eddie, kill yourself. And if you know Eddie,
it's so funny because he's the funniest person on the planet.
He's so funny, and he just does this really nice kind of like, it's not deadpan,
and he's so likable.
He's just the funniest person in the world. Eddie Hare, kill yourself. Yeah. Imagine seeing that. Imagine being in an interview and then on the way out, Micky Overman, kill yourself.
Oh my god. Well, I'm not even that likable, so I would be like, all right.
I think you're likable. I like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's part of your freak.
Yeah, that's my freak. That's my kink.
Okay.
My kink is likable.
So you have the tiniest ears of anyone I've ever known.
Dude, I've got these tiniest than anyone I've ever known. I've got these tiny little ears.
Yeah, you've got such little ears.
They're tiny on the outside and the inside.
Yeah, but on the outside, I mean, you still look, they look good on you. It's not like you look weird.
Well, it's strange because I got a big fat head.
Yeah.
I got a big chunky Irish head, but then these tiny little, but then the tiny ears are from my mum's side because mum has these tiny little ears.
Yeah, but she's also the Irish side. So the big head is also from
big head, little ears.
Yeah.
That's going to be my autobiography.
Okay.
Big head, little ears.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Nice guy. Kill yourself.
If I do say myself, kill yourself. Big head, little ears, kill yourself.
Yeah.
So basically, once a year, I have to go. I don't know if this is related to my tiny ears.
I think it is.
Well, here's the thing. I
Okay.
didn't used to have to. Every year, I have to go. The earwax builds up in my ears to the point that I become deaf.
Yeah.
So if you've had a conversation with me in the last 3 months, no, you haven't. I haven't heard a word you've said. I've been walking around deaf. No idea what anyone's saying. And then this week I got them suction because I also have a cold. So basically all of my orifices are completely sealed up.
Yeah.
Nothing's going in or out.
Yeah.
It's been, yeah.
How's your butt?
Closed. Nothing.
Okay. Closed
I
up
haven't
shop.
pooped, I haven't peed.
Right. God. And you didn't even relate to my story about not peeing. So that's crazy.
No, because I was privately thinking, you think that's bad?
Okay, got it. You haven't peed for weeks.
One time, no, I was going to do it. It wouldn't even make sense. I was going to say one time I got on a plane and I wasn't able to ejaculate for the entire flight. But then that means that the guy, the TSA guy, would have made me put cum into my nose.
Yeah, if you follow the exact trajectory as I did,
which I
it
always
could just
do.
be a story about you always ejaculate on the plane. You gotta.
You got to, yeah. I've actually never ejaculated.
Stay on topic.
So I get my ears suctioned. You basically go to this guy,
Yeah,
who sits in this little room. That's his job all day. He sucks earwax out of people's ears when they've got too much, like me. Honestly, the amount of wax they suck out of my ear, there's like 10 Madame Tussauds in there. You could make a lot of, you know, Yankee Candles? It's like that.
No, it's not.
It's
Neither
exactly
of those
like
things
that.
are like that.
It's exactly like that.
No.
That's
The
like
implication even that Madame Tussauds is just like a bunch of earwax.
If you look closely.
No, I don't want
me.
it.
It's
I don't
me.
want it.
That's what it is.
Okay.
You're having it.
Do you think that's why they ship it out to?
Yeah, there was a lot. They're always really impressed. Today he was like, whoa. He went, your ear is completely blocked. He
Yeah.
looked in it. He went, your ear
You
is
went.
completely blocked. I went, yeah,
You
I
went,
know.
what?
He looked, huh?
Huh?
Then he looked in the other one. He went, they're both completely blocked. I said, yeah. So the last time I had them hoovered was before we went on holiday in July.
I was just about to say to you because it used to be once a year, but it's been 6 months this time.
So I said to him, this always happens to me. And he went, has that been since COVID? And I said, no, I mean, it's been like this for a while. And then I went, do you think people get it because of COVID? And he went, yeah, maybe because of the vaccine.
Oh, that guy should not be in the medical profession.
I don't think he is in the medical profession.
He's just in an alley somewhere.
Yeah, he's in the ear hoovering game.
Yeah,
that's literally all he does all day, every day. It just goes in with that little hoover. And this tiny
some people just are specialized, Patrick.
Yeah, he's hyper specialized.
Yeah,
and he sucked it all out.
And now, can you hear beautifully?
Now I can hear. It's beautiful. I can hear the highs. I can hear the lows.
Wow.
I can hear your shrill.
Yeah.
Warbling.
Yeah, that must be nice for you.
Over for me.
Yeah, the voice of love to you.
I don't think of it that way. No.
How do you think of it?
Like a horrible curse that follows me around and spoils.
What if you listen to this back and then you hate how you spoke to Ben and me?
No, I will love this part.
Oh, okay.
This part I'll be clapping and going, Patrick really hit the nail on the head there.
Maybe some of this will come back in my review.
Of my acting review.
Your acting review.
Your first on my podcast.
Your first ever acting review is gonna be scathing.
Yeah, next week we'll tell people how the big acting performance went.
Yeah.
I'll have heard everything.
Well, I'll tell them. I'll read in my review.
Oh my God, it's going to be brutal.
Yeah.
One young Patrick Spicer took to the stage.
Don't think I'll be using young.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, the scathing is already begun.
Well, I've got the ears of an old Turkish man. In Turkey, they like kind of light a candle in your ear. That's how they get the wax out over there.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell. Why don't they do that? And then it just kind of drips out.
Doesn't sound very hygienic, I guess.
Fire is so hygienic.
That's true. Yeah, burn it.
Yeah,
burn it out. I think here's my thinking. I think it might be because of AirPods.
Interesting.
Because they just compact it in, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and wear over the ear earphones for 6 months.
See how that
And
works.
see if I don't have a river of wax.
Ooh,
A house
that'd
of
be really
wax.
interesting to find out.
It could be really fascinating. So stay tuned.
It'd be big for you.
Yeah. Check back in. If in 6 months I'm not talking about, if I'm not deaf, if I can hear you in 6 months, it's gone well.
Hey, are you ready for...
We already did What's Up. So,
I know.
yeah.
I know we did What's Up.
Okay, in that case, I have no idea what.
Here's the thing. Okay, so I wanted to like... There's big celebrity gossip this whole week.
Holy fucking shit. Can we also call out your t-shirt, by the way, which you got just this week?
Oh, yeah. It says, get in, loser. We're going to the cottage.
It's a heated rivalry reference. Mickey's entire
My
personality. Is
entire personality / algorithm, which is the same thing, is heated rivalry. So I was given this T-shirt and I was like, buy. And I'm really like, I never buy myself anything. But I was like, I must have it.
Yeah.
A Mean Girls / heated rivalry crossover T-shirt.
Who knew?
So
But
there's
you
been
have some
such...
hot goss.
So but the gossip is like, I don't even know if you could call it gossip because it's like, it's been so big that I'd be really surprised if you hadn't heard it.
Okay, let me hear it.
Brooklyn Beckham.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If it makes its way to BBC News, I'm probably going to catch it.
It made its way to BBC
That was
News.
like the second leading story. It was huge.
I mean, it was pretty crazy.
This is like when Harry and Meghan broke off. This is the same thing.
Yeah.
Except maybe it's the other way around.
No, it's not the other way around.
Well, yeah, because I think in that situation, people were very supportive of Harry and Meghan and like, oh, the royal family's racist. And then in this one, everyone hates Brooklyn.
Some
Beckham
people are
pro Brooklyn.
Yeah, so I was interested. So have you actually read about it?
I haven't gone in deep, but I started getting reels about it. Yeah. I read what the DJ said. The guy.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I read his comments.
Okay. So for the people, I mean, I don't know who you are if you haven't heard this, but
this is a hot story.
Brooklyn Beckham. He basically put this on his Instagram stories. Just this kind of, I would call it a scathing review.
Of his family.
And
his own wedding.
And them at his own wedding, including details like my mum inappropriately danced on me at the wedding. Just, I mean, if you're going to go celebrity gossip, that's some of the best out there.
Nuclear.
One of the things I immediately thought it was amazing was that I then got like a series of AI photos that was just... Victoria Beckham in like ridiculous breakdance poses with like Brooklyn and his wife like in the background looking sad at their wedding. I was like, that is so funny. Another great use of AI.
Yeah, we're very pro AI on this.
Yeah, I just think that is so. I just think that is so funny.
If it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah, no, if it's funny, it's funny. I just love funny AI. But there's just been like so much like back and forth. Also, how annoying must it have been for Brooklyn to go so nuclear on his family, and then for his dad to just say such a like nice thing.
Oh, I didn't see any response from the family.
Well, David Beckham was basically like,
"That's the only move.
Children are allowed to make mistakes, and we love them." It's like,
did he say that?
Yeah, it's like
that's not that nice. That's pretty catty.
No, it was really nice. And maybe I'm saying it in a catty way.
To make mistakes.
He's basically saying like social media can be used for good or for bad. We love our children. Children can they're allowed to make their own mistakes.
Yeah, but I think even him framing it as mistake, because his son is saying, I can only talk to my family through publicists.
Yes.
And I mean, he was blaming. So in his accusation, Brand Beckham, in his accusation, he says that at his wedding, his wedding to his wife, his mum made it all about her.
Yeah.
He says instead of his wife dancing with him, Victoria Beckham still the first dance. The DJ says actually it was Mark Anthony who was performing at the wedding. See, I know this.
Wow, this was on BBC, was it?
I think that was probably a follow-up inquiry on my part. I've got to get to the bottom of this Beckham issue.
Got it. And
the DJ said Mark Anthony went, and now I want to welcome the most beautiful woman in the room, Victoria Beckham. And at that moment, the wife, I think quite understandably, was very upset and ran out.
I think also upset.
But I don't think it's like Victoria Beckham went, I'm the fittest woman in this room, now you dance with me, Brooklyn. No. She probably was like, oh, this is a bit embarrassing. What am I going to do? Mark Anthony said. Mark Anthony, powerful Roman emperor.
Yes, I would probably say to Mark Anthony, powerful Roman emperor.
Yeah,
I would say, Mark Anthony,
Mark Antony.
why don't we let my son dance with his new wife?
What if you were? Yeah, I probably would as well. Which
Yeah.
is Victoria Beckham, not a Roman emperor. No, he wasn't an emperor. Yeah, big up actually, Mark Antony.
Big up, actually.
But is it not the case that he shagged Cleopatra? Will we give him that? There you go.
Yeah.
Did he kill Caesar? Mark Antony? Or was that Brutus?
Brutus.
When was Mark Antony? Anyway,
No. Stay on Brooklyn.
He was at the Beckham's wedding. Now, here's the problem for Brooklyn Beckham.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria and David are absolutely beloved.
Yes, that is a problem.
Across the board.
That
There
is a
really
problem.
isn't that much criticism of them.
Yeah.
Everybody, since from an early age, has thought Brooklyn Beckham is a fucking idiot.
Yes.
Who did terrible photography. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying the prevailing view is that he's like he's a very privileged kid who just grew up getting to do whatever he wants. And so he's operating from a position like, you know, it's not quite the same as like when Harry and Meghan were like, there's institutionalized racism within the royal family. Like,
No, I don't think it's like that at all.
Of course there is. With him, it's like, leave those, we like them. We don't like you.
Right. But here's a counter.
Oh my God, a counter. I would never expect.
What if you grew up, and all of those things can be true, but your parents are some of the most high achieving people on the planet?
My parents? Oh. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, he's a good GP, but I don't know if I'd say he's the best on the planet. I hate this like cognitively impaired version of you. What? All of a sudden you're talking about my parents. Obviously you're talking about Victoria Beckham. All right, yeah.
And David Beckham. They're one of the most like they're so high performing.
Yeah.
Like everything they touch turns into gold. They're just incredibly high achieving. Clearly that's like who they are. And then you just don't have any talent.
Yeah.
And you grow up with all this privilege. And clearly like that's what they care about. Like even in their documentaries and stuff, it's all about like, you know, we came from nothing and like we're self-made. Being self-made seems so important to them. And hard work. So probably that's what he feels like he needs to do. But he doesn't have the skills. He doesn't have the talent. He even gets the opportunities, but he just gets laughed at all the time.
He doesn't have the story.
He doesn't have the story.
There's no story.
He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any of it. But that's what they measure as like achievement is like hard work and like actual achievement.
If he spent 10 years working as a plumber,
then
I think I would actually have a lot of time.
But I'm just saying like so that's like the world you grow up in, and then like everything you touch, people just make fun of.
Yeah,
and your parents are like, you're embarrassing the brand Beckham.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's
You think there's absolutely no way that Brooklyn Beckham could be right about any of it?
No, I'm sure he has his own personal grievances that are completely fair. I think airing it out on social media is just kind of an absurd way.
It's a nuclear option.
It's what we call a nuclear option.
It's a nuclear option.
That's you heard it on.
But what a thing to do! What a thing to do in January.
Yeah, good luck with 2026.
Well, when everyone's just kind of having like a tough time, it's cold, it's dreary outside.
It's great entertainment.
It's fantastic
entertainment. Thank you, Brooklyn. It's the best thing since he was conceived in Brooklyn and named after it.
Yeah.
Which is another mental thing to do, to name your kids after where you bang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. If
we ever have kids, they'll be called London.
Oh, no. I did this joke to someone else, and I said that if we had kids, they would be called Bed.
Bed. That's funny. Who did you do that joke to?
Sarah Keyworth.
On your other podcast?
Yes.
Ugh. Were you talking about the Brooklyn Beckham thing?
Yes.
Oh my God, you can't just recycle the exact same talking
I'm not. We don't do celebrity gossip as a bit on the other podcast. I had to talk to you about celebrity gossip because that's the only celebrity gossip that's been going on this week.
I'm just saying, I don't want this to be just like a pastiche of your other podcast.
Can I tell you something?
This podcast
There's no crossover to listeners. There's no listener crossover for those two podcasts.
That's not true because you had that person who was sickened that you were doing a podcast with someone
Yeah, and-
outside of the LGBT community.
and furiously left because they hated you so much. So there's no crossover.
Welcome aboard, Freshcasters. This is a different kind of vibe. We may talk about many of the same topics, but we'll approach them from a slightly different angle.
Now, this lady that he married,
Yeah, I don't know that much, but she's an actress, right?
I don't know who she is at all, but I did hear that she's from Money.
Well, their story, what's the opposite of sweetens? Salts.
Mm.
The incredibly privileged son
Is there-
and daughter?
Is there a version of like, you know how like there's a version of like the girl like dream of like meeting a prince or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Meeting a rich guy. Is there like a man version of that? I guess there's no version of like, there's no like classic, and then you grow up and you meet a rich woman.
No, I don't think there is a general thing for that. Just fit. So fit. What does a teenage boy think about? Fit.
Fit,
I don't think
tits.
so. Fit, tits. Hair. Has
If you had met someone who was really rich and so sauce,
and so soz
that I'm not.
that you're not.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're a fucking jabroni.
Yeah.
Financially. You're a
Finan-
financial jabroni.
I'm a financial jabroni.
I know, I helped you with your tax returns. It's very disappointing.
What?
I'm joking.
What's happening right now? Patrick, who's slightly sick, is very harsh on his girlfriend.
You're not a financial jabroni.
Um,
Very respectable tax return.
would you like it? Do you think?
A rich partner?
Yeah.
I wouldn't not like it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't seek it out, but I wouldn't be like, oh no.
Would you feel like extra taken care of, and would you do less stuff?
Probably, yeah.
Would you?
Oh, yeah, I joke about that all the time. I'd love for you to become incredibly famous.
You do joke about that. All
Oh
the time.
man. I would very happy.
We're both actually. We're both really twiddling our thumbs, like being like,
Yeah.
"When's the other person going to get really famous?"
Yeah, we're both rolling the dice on each other. That's why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, I've invested in you. You've
Yeah.
invested in me.
I'm just doing this to give you another platform.
God.
Like, we need to get the Micky brand even more out there.
Oh
So
God!
that I can just there'll be an episode if this reaches a level of success or you reach a level of success
Right.
where I just gradually fade out and then it's just you talking to yourself and producer Ben in the background.
Right. No.
I'm sorry, that's kind of my dream.
Hey, before we've been talking for I can't believe how long. Before we like move along, sort of like and go to the Patreon, we do need to. I have an update.
I
I
would
told-
love to hear an update.
I talked to my parents.
Yeah.
So for the listeners, in case you didn't hear this, I talked to my dad a couple of weeks ago, and he said he had a big plan for Europe, and I asked no follow-up questions because I was like, "Shut up!" And then I told
It's-
these two boys, and
You
they
were
were
so
like,
excited.
"What's his big plan for Europe?"
Well,
So-
it was in the context of Trump being crazy and threatening to steal Greenland.
yeah,
And then we were like, oh yeah, Europe's it's difficult because it's between two great powers. Micky was like, oh, my dad's
on it.
been working on a plan for this with ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, yeah.
Yeah, the two big brains of our generation.
Yeah, ChatGPT, and again, a retired musicologist.
Musicologist with a keen interest in the
With a
Beatles.
keen interest in getting Europe back to where it was before. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what else were the Beatles but a geopolitical force?
Also, so true, and he
Thank
would love
you.
that.
Yeah.
And he would write a paper on it. Also, I said to you, Ben, do you remember I was like, he was like trying to make an H bag or like some big goal, but it was a B hag. So I got
What's
the
an H bag?
well, apparently it's an
BHAG?
acronym that stands for big, huge something goal or something.
Big, huge, awesome goal.
Yeah, it's like it needs to have like that's what Europe needs is a BHAG.
Oh, all right.
So that was. Have you found it now? Is it like an acronym?
That sounds like a female apiarist. Big, hairy, audacious
Big,
goal.
hairy, audacious goal. That's what Europe needs.
Rob Overman's BHAG.
BHAG for Europe. Okay, so his big plan
Yeah.
to get Europe is, from what I remember, because I talked to him about this 6 days ago, is Europe needs to make its diversity, like all its different cultures, into a strength, not a weakness,
Okay.
and become leaders in research.
Of what?
Research,
Oh, okay. Hairy research.
health, like health education,
Yep.
green initiatives, and art.
Art. I think we're doing all right artistically.
But they need to like make that their.
When he says Europe, does he mean the EU or does he mean the continent?
Again, I'm not him.
Gotta check the BHAG.
Don't have.
Can we get your dad on the pod next
No,
week?
we're not getting him
I
on the
would
pod. He will never shut
love
up.
to get him in the hot seat.
He just believes that, like, if you have these two big military powers who are putting the world backwards, then Europe needs to be a force of progression and be ahead of everyone else in research,
health, art, green initiatives.
Yeah, and art.
He didn't mention defense.
No, that wasn't one of his plans.
That's a big problem for this new world leading Europe.
Yeah, that wasn't one of his plans. It's not saying they
but
should
we could
leave.
research defense, maybe.
Maybe research defense. Yeah, that's maybe part of research.
Research.
So his
health, green initiatives.
Bahag for his BHAG for Europe is that we need to be on the forefront.
We do need to.
Yeah.
Which brings me on to my next question.
Right.
What does he intend to do with this high-level insight he has for the future of the European Union? Is he going to email it to Mark? I bet he's met Mark Rutte. I bet he's met him. He's met lots of people. Your dad's met the king.
My dad's met the king. He's met the Emperor of Japan.
Random.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in his capacity as an orchestra man.
Yeah. In his capacity as an orchestra man.
A lot of people don't know this, but the Emperor of Japan actually started out as second fiddle in the Amsterdam Orchestra.
This is when he was working for the Rotterdam Orchestra. And yeah, he just, when he had this like kind of high-powered CEO position in the art world, he met lots of interesting people, and then he stopped all of that, and then he didn't meet as many high flyers. So I don't think he would have met Mark Rutte.
Damn.
Yeah.
He was. What did Mark Rutte do before he was Prime Minister? Probably worked in like finance or something.
No, politics.
He's a politician his whole life.
Yes.
Nice.
People in the Netherlands who become the Prime Minister worked in politics.
Now he's turned himself into a vassal of Trump, and he sends him cloying text messages.
Don't. Although I went on such a thing with you where I was like,
how he didn't call him daddy.
He didn't call him daddy.
You've heard of the podcast Call Her Daddy. Have you heard of the podcast
He didn't call him daddy. There is a video out there where the ex-prime minister, now head of NATO, Mark Rutte, calls Trump daddy, but he didn't call, like,
he didn't.
As a Dutch person who has a dad who speaks in English all the time, I just know for 100% certain that what he was doing, because when I listened to him, I was like, my dad would have said this. And it wasn't like saying it to him. It was saying like, Trump was saying something, and then he was like, well, daddy needs to be.
Well, daddy
needs to be blah, blah, blah.
Let's carefully litigate this.
Right.
Trump was talking about Israel-Palestine and saying that they were fighting each other.
Yeah.
And he was saying, you got them over here and you got them over here, and they're going, and then Mark jumps in and he goes, and yeah, sometimes daddy has to tell them off.
Trump says something about children. He says something about
kids
children,
in a playground or something.
Kids in a playground, and then Mark Rutte is like, well, sometimes daddy has to do this thing. And he's saying it third person, like, sometimes daddy has to do this thing, because that's exactly how my dad would say that. But
in that context, he's being, America is like the peacemaker in that situation. It's not like NATO is.
I just want to be like, I'm 100% sure about this.
All right.
Because when I watched that, I was like, and then I saw all the comments, I was like, oh, no, that's not what he did. He just talked like someone who doesn't speak English fluently.
You think Mark Rutte called himself daddy?
Yeah, like in the third, sure. Like in Dutch, you would say like, yeah, soms moet papa dat doen.
He didn't say it like that. That sounded way more composed.
It's 100% what it was. There's absolutely there's no single way that was different.
Look it up yourself. Go on YouTube, sound off in some capacity, Email us.
I mean, I'm not. I don't. I'm
There's
not.
nothing you can say.
I just want to say I'm not a Mark Rutte fan, but I am certain about.
Yeah,
it.
he said some pretty fruity stuff. In,
Yeah, he said some
pretty
really weird stuff,
anti-female.
and I don't love it.
But
But anyway, that's the Europe update,
maybe
and I
that
also
Steelman's your position of supporting him because he's someone who has said some crazy anti-feminist stuff.
well, I'm against all of that.
Yeah.
I just think, you know, in this particular instance, I think
He didn't call Trump daddy.
Yeah.
But he did send him some very obsequious text messages.
yeah, and that's all gross, and I hate that.
And we need to get an answer from your dad on what he would do about that.
No, you know what I think my dad would want to do is I think probably like write a strongly worded email to Europe.
Dear Europe.
Dear Europe.
Check out my hairy plan.
My hairy ass plan.
I've attached something which gets blocked. What is this attachment? It just says hairy something from Rob Hoffman. Ugh. It's all pixelated.
Now, I have a second update.
I loved the update section.
The update section is honestly thriving. The second update was about my stonemason grandfather.
Yeah.
Do you remember this? Do you remember when you were shocked that I had two grandfathers?
You had two grandfathers.
Yeah.
Brag.
What
are you, Brooklyn Beckham?
He probably had two as well, yeah.
Seems so, yeah.
Nice, unnecessary callback.
All right, yeah, I'll stop trying to be funny. Carry on.
Thanks. Yeah. So my granddad was a stonemason.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember last episode whether or not I knew he'd like left the so I asked my mom about it, and there was a family company of stonemasons.
Yeah.
And my mom says it still exists in Harlem.
Really?
With
cool.
like the last name of my mom's family on it and everything.
It's a secret.
And my grandfather, who was part of the family, he worked there with I guess his brother, but then he was just very badly treated and very badly paid, and so he left, and then he became what do you call it, like an upholsterer?
I think you call it that.
Yeah. So then he worked as an upholsterer for a long time. Then went back to the stonemason company, but then just again was just treated really, really badly. So then left for good.
Toxic stone working environment.
And then he worked as a stonemason in like a different city at a different company where he was like a manager. But my mom said like it was just like bad working for the family business. I don't think I'd want to work for my family business. We don't have one, but I don't think I'd want to work. I probably would have to have a BHAG for everything.
Yeah, you need to have a BHAG for the Beatles. I don't really know. Well, shame on your stonemason family, and big up your granddad for getting out of that environment. He got out of it.
He got out of a toxic environment, which I love for him. And also, I don't think it was really. Well, I think he liked being a stonemason. That's what my mum said. But his real passion was music.
Wow, that's
so he was an organist in the church his whole life, and I think that's where his real. He was like
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, he was very good.
What a multi-talented guy.
Yeah, my dad always said about my grandpa, like if he'd been born now and not in like, you know, the time when he was born, he would have been like a musician because it's just like, but he just couldn't in that time.
You got to go into oh god, imagine growing up in a time when you the only job you can do is being a stonemason.
Yeah, you got to go into the family biz.
That's ancient stuff.
Yeah,
all you can do is work stone, carve this giant Easter Island head.
Well, sometimes also it feels so old. And then my parents will say something where I'm like, are you from the 1600s?
Yeah.
Like, we have this pot. Would you call it a pot? The little pot?
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
So we got like a
really distinctive pot.
We've got a set of pots and pans from my parents.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And the little pot has a little hole in it.
Yeah.
And my dad always so they had this set of pots and pans for 40 years. They got it at their wedding. They couldn't use it because they went to induction stoves. So they had to get rid of their old ones. So they gave it to us because we have gas. And because my dad has absolutely no respect or faith in me, he often will be like, how are the pots doing? And so last time I had to be like, well, we did have to actually give up the small one because it has a little hole in it, so like it leaks. And my dad is like, so just find someone to solder it close.
Yeah, go find an ironmonger.
Yeah, he was like, go find an ironmonger.
Yeah, I
was
don't
like,
even know what.
I was like, what are you talking? Like,
it's metal.
that's not a
If there's
thing.
a hole in metal, that you can't fix that. That's going to be there forever. It's metal. It's made out of metal. That's the hardest thing there is.
What are you talking about? Like, he's basically being like, well, go to your local blacksmiths. It's like,
yeah,
that's not.
Someone
What?
will put it in a forge.
Yeah.
I don't have I have a Sainsbury's local.
Where would
Rob.
you eat? Where would
What are you
we
talking
even
about?
go? Could
Where
you
would we
even?
even
Could you
go?
try to imagine us trying to like get this pan soldered?
No, we'd be Googling kiln. We'd be Googling large fire near me. Where is there a man with huge forearms?
But
I would just walk the street and just look for a man with huge forearms.
just the forge.
Someone who looks like that they could like billow something.
Yeah, it's like we're not in the Lord of the Rings, but
We're not in the Lord of the Rings.
Then I will-
That is a great point.
But then I will also say that if this had happened to my parents, they would have found someone to solder it.
Yeah, but they would have fucking driven to Germany. They
Yeah.
go anywhere.
That's so
They drive several hundred miles just to get one pot
true.
repaired.
That is so
They're
true.
not doing that.
That is so true.
When they gave us those pots, the first thing they said was, "Don't throw them away."
that
They
and
gifted them to us and went, "And by the way, don't throw these away."
Yeah,
That's
I
not a
was like,
gift.
what? We're not obviously not throwing them away.
We're going to turn around and chuck them in the bin.
That's
We
so
asked for them.
That's so true
They said, "Do
because
you want them?" We went, "Yeah, we'd like them." Don't throw them away.
don't
please.
throw them away. That's so true because when I
What do you
told him
think?
that the little pot had a hole in it, he went,
Don't throw it away.
"Don't throw it away." And I was like, "Well, I haven't thrown it away. It's in the cupboard."
Mm.
And I said to him, I was like, "If you ever visit us here next time, you can.
You fucking
I
wild
will
it.
give you that pot, and you can walk the streets
Yeah, I'll tell
trying
you
to find
what.
a metal
You
smith."
go find a fucking blowtorch or whatever you need to do. That's none of our business. Metal is metal. I want to throw it away.
We're gonna
now.
get so many like people writing in being like, "By the way, just go to this person."
By the way, it's so easy. Just
Yeah,
get
just go
this.
to your local
Tell you what,
cobbler.
no. It's 2026. Plastic rules.
No, we're not going. We're not saying that.
I couldn't decide on a opinion to land on. You
We
know
need
what? I'm pro microplastics.
No,
and
you're not.
macroplastics.
We need to go to the Patreon.
We do, but before we go to the Patreon,
Yeah.
quick shout out on Patreons. The Patreon, if you haven't joined the Patreon, guess what? You get double as many episodes. That's a fact.
And over, we need to get
And
the
some of
Patreon.
them, we say some things that are completely inappropriate and we can't say
Should
it
never be
in
said on the
main
public.
cast,
Yeah,
so we'll jump on the
you get some good goss on these.
hot goss, and we also have, there are several tiers of Patroni.
Yeah.
The top level is doula for the real high rollers. We have these people become our doulas for the
That's
babies.
what when Patrick
we
made
get
the
to
tiers,
produce.
he was like, "And if you pay this much for us,
You
then
can
my
deliver our
God, you can
children."
deliver our children."
Yeah. So we had one doula, big up our first doula. We just got our second doula. Shout out Pedro.
Pedro,
Big up to you, Pedro, from Portugal.
great name, Pedro.
Portugal, who sent us actually some very funny messages, which we were cracking
So
up about.
funny, Pedro. Thank you.
And bigged up the Portuguese national anthem and said there was some really problematic stuff in it, which is fun.
Yeah.
And
So look that up.
So big up. If you become a doula, you get a shout out, which is what's happening right now. And Pedro will also get various other perks, including a personalized message from the both of us.
Hell yeah.
But jump on the Patreon. We're going to jump on the Patreon. Jump on it. Or if not, we'll see you next week.
We'll hear you next week.
We'll hear you next week because I got my ears sucked out of wax.
Goodbye.
Bye.